I'm now on the second day of being here down in Orem area in Utah County, and it's been a great time so far. I've been trying hard to be very active and meeting new people. Yesterday, someone invited me to go to a museum, and so I went to a museum, the BYU, they call it the MOA, Museum of Art, and my favorite part of it was the main exhibit, which were these doors that were designed with beautiful images of Old Testament events. It's called Gates to Paradise, and they were designed hundreds of years ago, and I can't remember exact time period, but somewhere about 1,000 years ago, by this artist, and they're kind of a three-dimensional perspective of each. For example, the story of Adam and Eve and the fall, all illustrated in a story, and they'll have like different parts of the event all in the same square, and then they'll have like Noah's Ark, and then they had Cain and Abel, Abraham and Isaac, and they had Joseph being sold off into Egypt, and it was so beautiful. The design, the artist, it took him like 26 years to complete the entire door. I loved it. I loved it. I just standing next to it. It's like true beauty. Somebody who had invested so much effort, design, thought, and just skill in it. It was gorgeous. And then we went and saw some of the other art pieces. There were some I really loved, some the modern art I'm not really crazy about. But then there were a few other pieces that I thought were really appealing. This one piece of Christ out on the waters with Peter, and it conveys the depth of life and how vast it is, and how Christ has power in that. And then this other one where Christ is calming the sea. It was a compelling picture while they were on the boat, the apostles with him, and the artist clearly was depicting Christ as a very powerful figure. I liked that. It really conveyed this powerful God who was calming the seas. So I love that. That was incredibly inspiring to me. I really enjoyed it. And the gal I went with, she was fun, easygoing, and a super cool gal, and she's invited me to go to a barbecue with a bunch of our friends next week. I'm excited for that. And Stadium of Fire, which is the fireworks show that they do at BYU. And after we went to the museum, the gal suggested we go to BYU Creamery, because I had said that we should go grab a bite to eat, and they have a new BYU Creamery. They knocked down the old building. It's a really cool building. They've done a really good job, and so that was fun to go over there and see it. And I got a milkshake, a honeycomb milkshake. I think that's the name that they call it. One of the things that was really hard, I mentioned in previous videos that I'm trying to talk to as many people as I can, and it isn't an easy thing just to approach people. And so I spent anytime I was just in the vicinity of someone and it seemed like there could be a natural, starting a conversation with them, I went ahead and did, and I was talking to people. But it wasn't like, hey, I want to get to know you, unless they seemed more receptive. But it was hard. I was pushing myself to do that. On the other hand, I've learned at the organized events where that's expected, it's so much easier. So at Institute, I was just like, okay, I got to meet my quota of, and I genuinely want to meet people, but I'm also trying to push myself to reach a goal to meet as many people as I can. And so at Institute, afterwards, they had a little social and had a little bit of treats and stuff. I was meeting as many people as I could. I kept pushing myself to meet people, and before I'm like, okay, is it time to go yet? I'm like, you know what? I I think I should meet a few more. And just like that, I pushed myself to meet and just introduce myself to more people. And it was good. It was good for me. I've had a few people reach out to me and say, hey, you should meet these people, or you should meet this guy. Hey, I want to set you up with my friend to go on a date. And I've been happy to do that, accepting of that. And I thought that's like what I want to do. I just want to be active doing things. I want to show you what I've been doing. It's a lot of work to identify the different activities that are going on. It really takes an effort to identify the activities that are going on and then decide which ones you want to go to. But I'll just show you a little bit. Let's see if you can see this with the camera. I made this. These are the different categories with all of those different types of activities. And then I created basically a calendar and broke it down by each day and the different activities that correspond, that could go into each of those days. I'm probably approaching it like a lot more logical than some people would, but I'm trying to be very proactive and very intentional and deliberate about my approach. And it's cool because I also can, like, in the drop of a hat, be like, okay, I've been at this activity, now I'm going to go to this other one that I know that's happening right now at this other place. I'm going to go there right now and try to meet more people or whatever. And it took a little while to figure out the design for it, but it feels good to be able to do that. I'm starting to lose a little bit of light here because it's starting to get dark outside. But the last thing I'll say is I would like to start interviewing people and asking them questions, that people who I feel like are inspirational or interesting people to me. I want to interview them and ask them about lessons they've learned in life and inspiration that they've received. And so far no one's taken me up on it, but I just got to keep at it. But that should be fun. But so far that's my report on my first day yesterday and half of today, and hopefully I have some other cool things. I'm aiming to have some other cool things happen and gain some more inspiration. So stay tuned.